Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, you remember we've been making things with gusseted bags. I've shown you how to make gusseted bags, and then I said that we'd do something with the leftover tops of gusseted bags. So when you make gusseted bags, and we make the hidden box things that we make. So when we make these hidden boxes, hidden secret boxes, whatever it is that we're going to call them. I have no idea, don't ask me. Don't do the PR for it. You end up with these, which are just the gusseted bit that you chopped off. Okay, so I said we were going to show you what to do with those, or one of the ideas that you can do with them, and that's this. So this is a little tiny version. This is a little wallet with, it opens up nicely, got lots of spaces to put in your objet d'art, your objects of desire. So let's get on and show you what I'm going to do. So these are from the bases of some of the secret pockets that I've made, and I'm going to use these to make my kit. It's going to be slightly different to that. It's going to be a bit bigger version, and I am also going to use my Resurgence digital papers. So these were used quite recently by Sue at Paper Inspirations. She kindly came to my store. Me and Sue are friends, and we stay in touch. But she bought some of the kits. I offered them to her for free, and she still chose to pay for them. And she bought some kits, and she's recently made some like document wallets for coffee dyed paper. I'll link her video actually, because it's very good, and like I was very inspired. It's a Roxy, it's number 6 I think from the Roxy challenge. So Rachel at that place that I can't remember. Roxy. Oh blimey! Now I have to think. Feel like I'm under pressure now. Roxy. I don't know. I'll just sing it to you for a moment. Roxy Creations. There you go. It's because I said Paper Inspirations, and then I thought that can't be right. Paper Inspirations, Roxy Creations, but I was right. So we're going to use these to decorate the outside, but we're going to use these, which go nicely actually, to make the inner bit. So we'll come back to the outside in a second. So okay, so what we are using is we're using the offcuts from the bags that we've got. So all we want to do is we want to fold them over first of all. Okay, so literally fold it in half so that the openings are at the top. Okay, let's fold it in half and put a score down there. I'll do that with all of them. You could fold them all together. I find that you don't tend to get a firmer crease if you fold them all together at the same time. All together at the same time. That's the same thing, Dave. And then pop that in. Okay, and then I'm going to have them so that they are pink either side and vanilla in the middle, so like a strawberry sundae. Sandwich, not sundae. So we're going to use some file folder, trusty file folder. You know what I'm like with the file folder. Okay, and so that's basically the inside of the mechanism. We made it with 3 last time, and this time I'm going to make it with 6 pockets. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to cheat and use the folded edge of one of them, but I am going to have to allow for a bigger bottom. Definitely going to have to allow for a bigger bottom. Well, I was going to say, have you seen my bottom? But I don't think you should really. I think that's overstepping the mark, really. So I'm just going to score in another line. I think I'm going to go to about, let's see, to about there. Let's go there. It's not easy. Sorry if I'm in the way, but it's not easy to do that. So I'm just going to fold in another line across that bottom before I cut it off. I'll cut it down to size so I can see whether I'm going to get the base that I need. So what I'm trying to do is create a big enough base for this when they're all stuck together for that to sit in without it bulking it out. Otherwise it'll alligator mouth it. I just want that to sit in there. Yep, that's fine. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this on here. In fact, I don't need to have 3 in a pile there. You just need 1. And you want it to be, I want it to be just a little bit over. So what is that like? Is that 1/8 of an inch over? And again on this side. So I'm going to put a pencil mark. Oh, I bought myself some propelling pencils. So that's where it comes to. So I want it to be a little bit further over from there. I'm going to cheat because my cutting ability is not the best with scissors, not for straight lines anyway. I'm just going to cut, in fact I'm just going to cut the whole thing down. I'm just going to go past that line a little bit so that I've got the same kind of gap either side. Don't push it out askew, Dave, that's not a good idea. Can't see where my pencil line is now. Sorry if I'm leaning in. And I know that probably seems terribly wasteful just to cut the whole thing off, but the amount of file folders I've got really it's not going to make a lot of difference. And you see how I'm keeping that piece. That didn't go. The bin is over this side, and this is where I'm keeping the bits. So didn't throw it away. So this is the double. So I've got like a double bottom, a squared bottom. I've got a square bottom. It has been said. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to see where this comes to and knock everything over, put a line in it, and then I'm just going to fold this over on itself, and that will just, because you're going to be opening it a lot, it just needs it's got a bit of strengthening. So okay, just fold that over. You don't have to do this. You can could of course just cut that bit off, but I'm going to keep it because it just strengthens the whole thing. Okay, so because all I'm doing is using it for strengthening, I'm just going to glue it down. Fold that over and glue it down. Okay, that's cool. That's that bit. Okay, so that is going to be the bottom part of it. So they're all going to go together like that. That's going to sit in there. That's going to sit round the top of there. Might need to just, they're not quite straight. That's because I've been cutting them off at wonky doodle angles. So straighten the bottoms bit up first, Dave. And just cut a tiny bit off the top so that they're all kind of a bit the same level. They don't have to be. It's just my OCD. You do you, I'll do me. Thanks. Okay. All those ickle bits. The ickle bits can go over here in the ickle bit bin. Hang on. Need a drink. Just had a moment there where I thought, oh, blimey, the camera isn't running, but it is. So this is the double bit that's folded over. This is going to go over like this, and then we also want to have a fold over. So what I don't have it so that it butts right up to here. So if you look at this one, there is a bit of a gap, so where the fold is compared, and that just allows for any kind of bulging that you get from it, from all the things that you put inside. So I'm going to pick like a space, maybe have a bit longer because of this one. So it's kind of matchbook style. I'm going to go for about there. So let's see, where, if I put that on there, what's the first score line? I can't even see where I've just put that finger line there. Oh, there. The first score line that is near there. Let's go for that one. Should have been the other way up because it should have been a valley to a mountain, but it's a mountain to a mountain, a valley to a valley, and a mountain to a mountain. Okay, and then we're going to have it fold over, come to about, I'm going to go a bit lower this time. I'm going to go to about there, I think. Let's take that out for a minute. Just going to cut that off. Now with this one, I cut it off with this kind of shape on it. You can do whatever you want to do. That's entirely up to you. I don't actually know whether I've got any other shapes. Oh, I do. I have this shape. I might use that shape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it a little bit longer to allow for the fluting of this. Well, I'm going to cut it a bit longer if I can find the cut. There you go. Cut there. Put that up and cut. Button cut. Cut it off. Look at that. See, keeping. Keeping, not throwing. Okay, and then we're going to have that come over here. Okay, so we're going to have that go in there. Yeah, cool. Right, before I do that, before I do anything else now, I'm just going to decorate this. So I am going to choose a paper that I really want. I really like that one. I mean, I like them all because, of course, I made them. So that sounds a bit vain, I know. I really like that one as well. This is not the full kit, by the way. This is just the bits that we test print and everything and see what they're going to look like before I launch them. So there's a lot that goes into the launch of these. I think I'm going to go for that one. I mean, I might have to go for more than one. In fact, I will have to go for more than one. Right, okay, so that's the bottom, so that we want that to be the right way up. So we're going to have this one. I'm going to stick it to here. In fact, I'm just going to stick it. And then I'm going to worry about the rest of it in a minute. I'll stick it about there, I think. I'm going for the blind. Just do it with a bit of confidence. Not picking too much of which bit I want to say. I'm going to just go blind and see what happens. Go with the flow. Get all the bits off the edge. Use a bit of spare paper to give it a bit of smooshy smooth. Smooshy smooth. La 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 la. Boo 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 boo. Right. Ugh. Sticky. Sticky. Right, let's make sure I've got it the right way up again. Okay, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go for it. Stick it down there. Okay, so I'm only sticking the front bit first. I'm going to roughly cut it off. Same with this bit. To one side. Right, okay. So that's going to be the front bit, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in some of the excess, but I want some of the bulk off it, but I don't want too little bulk, because otherwise it won't curl round nicely. I think there's a train coming in. Oh no, it's Worcester walking up the stairs. Hang on, sorry. Do you have to pant like that coming up the stairs, Worcester, do you? You're getting an old man, is that why? Not that I would know anything about that, so you're on your own, Worcester. I have no idea what getting old is like. I'm just going to cut off these corners. Okay. I'm going to fold that over and then fold those sides in. Yeah. Cool. Right, okay. So, as my glue has been oozing out on its own over there, so I'll just do this now. So this isn't glued down on the back here, so I'm just going to put a slice in there. I'll slice it in there. I'm just going to cover it the same. So the file folder was really there for the strength of it rather than for the look of it, although you will see elements of it poking through. So I want to use something that I like using, which is file folder. Obviously I have loads of it, so might as well use it. Just wrap that round there. Okay, now you're not going to see much of that, that's going to be on there, but I am going to put a little panel over that. Maybe just that might be perfect. Might go a little bit bigger than that though, Dave. Okay, I'll come back to that in a second. Let's just have a look at this. So I'm going to wrap this bit round. Remember, I've got a square bottom on this. It's all those cakes you eat, Dave. That's what. I'd love to be eating cake. Alas, it's weigh-in tomorrow, so I won't be eating any cake. No cake before weigh-in. I sound like a boxer. So no, whatever they don't eat before boxing. Okay, just snip that bit out. Snip that bit. Bit of glue on there, so that just sits on that crease, and a bit of glue on there, so that sits on that crease, and then this can come on the inside of here, just to wrap around the file folder. Okay, so that's going to be the front part of it. Okay, and then we'll put a panel in there like that, maybe that way. I might put that in there. We'll see. Right. Okay. So we've got that front bit. We want to decide what we want on this front bit. We'll go for more of this kind of image. So maybe try and go for the middle of that flower. That would be somewhere there. Try and put that so that I can find that again. Use that line. The reason I'm doing this before I do the fluted edge, the scalloped edge, is because I want it to line up nicely. So I'm being greedy now. I want it to line up. What, you want it to line up as well? What? What's this thing? Getting all technical now, Dave. Yeah, we're on there. Flowers on there. And that. Gotta love a flower. We all love flowers at this time of year, especially. In fact, I think I'm going to go all the way, because look how that lines up with that edge. Oh. I couldn't have planned that better. It won't line up perfectly with that edge in a minute, because I'll have to go around this bend, so like, it might not be perfect, but it's perfect for me. I'm just going to put some glue on this bit rather than on the file folder, because I don't know how far up that line will come to the back. Again, give it a smooshy smoosh. Smooshy, 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 smoosh. Smooshy smooshing is completely up to you. Just, I do. So, I do, so I have. There we go. That's where the line comes to. That's absolutely bob on. Perfect. Couldn't have done better myself. Well, I did. I did do better myself. It was me that did it, Dave. Make sure your creases are out of it. Sorry, your bubbles are out of it. Bubbles? Laptop? Laptop? Sorry, I know. Every time. It's Brian that broke me. I'd like to say it was Brian that broke me. You know what friends are like. Your friends are kind of like, they're like you, aren't they? So maybe I was already broken. Maybe. I've always been a bit of a nut, to be fair. That's no surprise that I'm a nut. These bits off. Glue this panel in. Fold it over. Give it a squeeze, a smoosh. Same with this side. Should have done a smoosh first though, Dave. There we go. Smoosh first. Fold it over. And then we'll do the same with this. Sticky, gluey, sticky stick. Sticky, gluey, sticky stick. Gluey, gluey, sticky stick. On there, gluey, gluey, sticky stick. Smooshy, smooshy. You know. How many you knows do you want to put in a you know? I clearly don't know. You can put in your own. Insert your own gluey, gluey, sticky stick noises. Your own vocab. Okay, so that's our cover. So this is how we're going to look. That's the bottom. That's the top. It's gonna look bonza. That's how it's gonna look. Let's get rid of these tacky bits. You start off with grand plans of keeping the area sticky free, and then it all goes Pete Tong. In fact, I might even use that in there. You know what, I'm not going to worry about that bit where it's cut. I'm not going to even worry. I'm not really going to see it, so. There we go, there. I know it looks very rustic, but, I'm not worried. I did say I wasn't worried, and I mean it, I'm not worried. I am a man of my word. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to round this corner, and then it's a dog-eared. I mean, my dog's ears don't look dog-eared, so I don't know where that came from. It's very disparaging of dog ears, isn't it? Pop that on there. That just extends that bit and makes it look a bit neater. I'll put this down. Anita who? I might try and straighten that out a tad. It's not perfectly straight, or at all straight. Let's find a ruler that we can use. Let's use this ruler, Dave. It's not the one you prefer to use, but it'll do. The musical. Right. Let's try and get that slightly straight. No, let's find a blade. The blade, not a blade. The blade. fallen on the floor, so we'll leave it be. I'm going to put that in there. That's fine. Cool. Glue it all over. Trying to make sure it sticks nicely, but not too much glue on it. And it all oozing everywhere, like the river ooze. I think that's how you. I think that is a place. I mean, the river ooze. I think it's in the UK. I believe, but it doesn't mean to say it's true. There you go. That's the middle bit. Put in those creases because, like, you want to make sure that they go in there while it's still wet. Lets the paper fibre stretch that way, and then you'll find it wrinkles less. There we go. That's our little matchbook style thing. And now we can put in. Oh, blimey, we've got glue everywhere, Dave. How did you get it on there? So we're going to put this on. I'm going to glue these bits in here, and then assemble this. So obviously line them up at the base so that they're nice and together, and then all you want to do is it's really hard for me to show you now. Okay, you want to glue between these, but just a little bead of glue either side at the bottom. You don't want it completely glued together. Yeah, there, and then there, and then I'm going to pinch it together. I'm just going to hold that there, and I've got a clip somewhere. I can just hold them together while I do this, and then while they're being held together, what you want to do is you want to glue all of these panels together. So not the opening, but down the middle, and all you want to do is put a line of glue down the middle, and then let go of one, put that, stick that to the next one, then do the next one, then let go of that, stick that to the next one, let go of that, stick that to the next one, then that one, and then that one. Stick those together. Okay, so got those together. Just make sure that the bits of glue that are squeezed out aren't there. So make sure that you've got the right thing. Is that the right way around, Dave? Is that your double base? Yeah, that's a double base. I don't have a double base, Dave. So glued that bit together at the bottom, glued those bits, and they should then open up nicely, which they do. And then you're going to glue a little bit across this bottom bit here, and again down the middle, back, the front and back of the middle pocket of the middle of the front and back pockets. Try again, Dave, get that right. Pop them in together and let that kind of glue down whilst you get on with other stuff. And now what we want to find out where we're going to put our fastener. And I used a half one on this one, so I just used some of these sticky Velcro fasteners, and I'm going to use a full one this time. Okay. Put one side down and get the other side, and then you just line them together, put them on top of each other. These were just from Amazon. Okay. And then put it in the middle of the lid, somewhere in the middle of the lid, not too close to the edge, like that. then fold that over, squeeze it down, squeeze it together, give it a fighting chance, and then gently the first time, and then you can press on either side better that way, and then it folds over like that. We've got a little matchbox style wallet, purse, however you want to call it, perfect for going in a little junk journal. Then that's the prototype that I made. So that's it. Oh, I was going to do a fluted edge, but you know what, I'm not going to, because I like it the way it is, just the way it is. I could, but no, I'm not going to. So plans change, don't they? So many a happy accident. So that won't be a happy accident if I put my hand on there. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you love that as much as I do, and I hope you love that as much as I love you. So remember, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. Go and make one of these instead. All right then. Take care, folks. Love to you all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget you can support me however you like. And my digitals are called Resurgence, and they are available on my Etsy store. I will put a link in the description below, and I'll also put a link to Sue Paper Inspirations using them as well. All right then. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself, folks. I love you all, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of kisses, big hugs, and I'll see you soon. Take care, folks. Bye.